Have you ever wondered where we came from? The origins of our species stretch back millions of years. Picture a time when our planet was a vastly different place. A time before recorded history, before civilizations, before the wheel. This was the prehistoric era, and it was in this time that the earliest ancestors of humans, known as hominids, made their first appearance. These hominids, like Australopithecus, walked the lands of Africa around 6 million years ago. They were not quite human, but they were on the path that would eventually lead to us. As the millennia rolled on, the early hominids evolved. Around 2.8 million years ago, a new species emerged. They were the Homo habilis, the first of the Homo genus, our direct evolutionary line. But the journey was far from over. From Homo habilis, the line of evolution continued, leading to Homo erectus, a species that was closer to us in both form and function. They used tools, they harnessed fire, and they began to shape the world around them. Then, around 200 to 300,000 years ago, a new species emerged on the African continent. They were us, Homo sapiens, modern humans. We were not the strongest or the fastest, but we had something no other species had, an unparalleled ability to think, to innovate, to imagine. It was this ability that allowed us to survive, to thrive, and to eventually dominate the planet. And we didn't stay in one place. Around 70,000 to 100,000 years ago, our ancestors began to venture beyond the borders of Africa. They migrated, they explored, they populated every corner of the globe, from the scorching deserts to the icy poles. They faced countless challenges, adapted to innumerable environments, and laid the foundations for the diverse cultures we see today. Our ancestors were resilient, evolving and adapting to survive in a world vastly different from the one we know today. Through their journey, through their struggles, they set the stage for the story of mankind. And it's a story that's still being written with every passing moment by each and every one of us. Our ancestors were not always farmers. There was a time when they were hunter-gatherers, relying solely on what nature provided. Picture this: a world where survival depended on the successful chase of wild game and the collection of fruits, nuts and roots. This was the reality for our forebears during the vast expanse of the Paleolithic era, also known as the Old Stone Age. Life during the Paleolithic era was an intricate dance with nature. Humans roamed the land in small bands, following the seasonal migration of animals and the growth of plant life. They developed stone tools and weapons, honing their skills and knowledge over countless generations. This period saw the birth of symbolic behavior, such as creating art, which suggests early forms of culture and communication. But as the last ice age waned around 10,000 years before the Common Era, a profound shift began to take place, a shift that would alter the course of human history. This shift is known as the Neolithic Revolution, or the New Stone Age. The Neolithic Revolution was not a swift overnight transformation. It was a gradual yet monumental change that took place over thousands of years. As the climate became more stable and predictable, our ancestors began to experiment with a new way of life: farming. They started to domesticate plants, favoring those that were nutritious and easy to grow. They also tamed and bred animals, creating a reliable source of meat, milk and labor. This transition from hunting and gathering to agriculture allowed our ancestors to settle in one place. They built permanent homes and formed larger communities. They had more time for other activities like crafting pottery and weaving cloth, which led to significant advancements in technology and culture. They also developed new social structures and belief systems, laying the foundations for the first civilizations. The Neolithic Revolution marked a turning point in human history, laying the groundwork for civilization as we know it. This profound shift from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers was a game-changer. It set the stage for the rise of complex societies, the development of written language, and the many wonders and challenges of civilization that were yet to come. As humans settled and started farming, something remarkable happened. Civilizations began to rise. The first of these was Mesopotamia, nestled in the fertile crescent of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Around 3,500 years before the Common Era, City-states like Sumer, Akkad, and Babylon began to flourish. They developed systems of writing, codified laws, and made significant advancements in mathematics and astronomy. Around the same time, in the lush basin of the Nile River, the ancient Egyptian civilization took root. Known for their monumental architecture like the pyramids and the Sphinx, the Egyptians also made strides in medicine, irrigation, and governance. Their hieroglyphic script remains one of the most recognizable symbols of their enduring legacy. Further east, along the banks of the Indus River, a remarkable civilization was thriving. The Indus Valley Civilization, as it came to be known, was marked by well-planned cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa. They had advanced urban planning, a standardized system of weights and measures, and a yet undeciphered script. And then there was China. The cradle of ancient Chinese civilization lay along the Yellow River, where the Shang and Zhou dynasties established their rule around 1600 years before the Common Era. They made significant contributions in the fields of writing, philosophy, and warfare. These early civilizations, though separated by vast distances, had a few things in common. They settled along rivers, developed agriculture, built monumental structures, and created systems of governance and writing. Each contributed to human progress in their own unique ways, advancing science, arts, culture, and governance. These cradles of civilization were the bedrock on which our modern societies were built. They were the pioneers of human progress, their stories etched in stone and parchment, carried forward through millennia. They navigated the challenges of their time with ingenuity and resilience, shaping the world as we know it. These early civilizations left a lasting legacy, shaping the course of human history. From the brilliance of ancient Greece and Rome to the tumultuous Middle Ages, human history is a story of rise and fall, progress and regression. Picture the grandeur of classical antiquity, where philosophy, arts and democracy took center stage. Ancient Greece, flourishing around 800 BCE to 146 BCE, was a beacon of intellectual and artistic achievement. It was here that the essence of Western philosophy was born, with great minds like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle challenging the status quo and pushing the boundaries of human understanding. Parallel to this, the Roman civilization was making its own strides, from the founding of Rome in 753 BCE to the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE. A society marked by its military power, architectural prowess, and legal system, Rome was a cornerstone of Western civilization. It was a period of unprecedented growth and expansion, with Roman influence penetrating the far reaches of the known world. As we transition from the classical periods, we find ourselves in the throes of the Middle Ages, a period from the fall of the Western Roman Empire to the Renaissance, roughly 476 to 1453 CE. It was a time often depicted as dark and stagnant, yet the Middle Ages was anything but. It was a time of transformation where feudalism took root, shaping the socio-political landscape of many European societies. The Middle Ages also saw the spread of Christianity across Europe, establishing the Church as a dominant force in society. Simultaneously in the East, the rise of Islamic civilizations brought forth advancements in science, mathematics, and culture. It was a period of great paradox, marked by both conflict and enlightenment, chaos and order. Despite the challenges, mankind continued to evolve, setting the stage for a period of remarkable rebirth. The Renaissance marked a new dawn, a revival of art, culture, and learning that would propel humanity into a new age. Beginning in the 14th century, this era saw a renewed interest in classical knowledge and a blossoming of creativity that spread like wildfire across Europe. This was a time when the likes of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo left their indelible mark on the world, their works still marveled at centuries later. The age of exploration soon followed, with bold adventurers setting sail to discover new lands. The late 15th century was a time of great voyages, led by figures such as Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama. These explorations expanded our understanding of the world, fostering global connections that would have a profound impact on the course of history. The 18th and 19th centuries brought about the Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrialization that transformed societies and economies. This shift from agrarian economies to industrial ones was a turning point, bringing about significant changes in every aspect of daily life. The rise of factories, advancements in technology, and the growth of cities all played a part in shaping the world as we know it today. As we moved into the 20th century, humanity witnessed significant global events that further shaped our history. The devastating world wars, the tension-filled Cold War, and the rise of technology have all left their mark on our collective memory. The 20th century was a time of incredible change and progress, but also a time of great conflict and upheaval. Now, in the 21st century, we find ourselves in an era characterized by rapid technological advancements, globalization, and complex geopolitical challenges. We are more connected than ever before, yet face new and daunting challenges that test our resilience and ingenuity. From the Renaissance to the present day, the story of humanity is a testament to our species' resilience, ingenuity, and relentless pursuit of progress. Our journey through human history is a fascinating one, filled with triumphs, tragedies, and lessons. From our humble beginnings as hominids in Africa, through the rise and fall of ancient civilizations, the transformative periods of Renaissance and Industrial Revolution, to our modern era defined by rapid technological advancements, we've evolved and adapted. As we look to the future, we carry with us the collective knowledge, wisdom, and experience of our ancestors, shaping who we are and who we will become.